Hey guys, hope you guys had a interesting day today. FOMOC played out almost how I anticipated it, pretty close. So I anticipated we would open green, which we did. I hope you guys play those overnight calls, and I sold mine for a nice like 36% profit. About 10:30, I expected the top of the day before. FOMOC to be in, and that's pretty much what happened. I did not expect a $1.86 range though for the whole day. That was, I mean, today was literally untradeable before we met FOMOC. But the other thing I did not expect was a $7 drop on the 2 p.m. That was very, very interesting. So if you knew my plan, it was 2:35 p.m. calls, which I did play. The rip started closer to 231 though, so I missed quite a few gains. And then right about here, we had a big pause that I went red for a while, and then I went back green. I ended up selling for about 17% profits, and it ended up, obviously, as you see, going up here. I sold down here. It wasn't looking so hot, so I was just kind of happy to get out, but it still played out just how I expected by about 2:35 p.m. and sell before 2:45, which is right here, and you get yourself 100% gain. So then we had a big sell-off. So I was holding some puts I bought right about here before the day closed. I ended up selling them for 25% profit. I was going to hold them until Friday, as I really suspect tomorrow, historically, that we will open red. But I wanted to go ahead and realize my profits, so I went and did that. So I'm sitting cash overnight. So let's just do a quick overview of where we're at. So the biggest thing to take away from today is we failed to even touch 390. And today we should have had a bigger green day. This is the first and the biggest red FOMOC day since January. So this was definitely a change of pace in the markets. J Powell went pretty hard on his forecast here, and markets, they reacted. So we failed to break 390. We rejected the daily EMA. We are still below the 50% retracement. And not only that, we broke down this 382.2 support and closed under 380 today. So we didn't quite touch the blue channel support, which I would have liked to have seen tested. So next support we have is right here at 375. And then we're going to be right here at the blue channel at 374. And then really where it gets interesting is 370. So this, as you can see, we spend a lot of time trading right here, consolidating. We had two candles that broke down. This actually was FOMOC right here. And then we dumped, and then we popped up, and we consolidated. So 370 is going to be a very, very interesting place to watch. Once we get to 370s, if you're in any puts, I would not continue to go long until we have a closed candle under 370. So it'll be interesting. My goal down here, once we break 370, is I'm going to start building probably about a 390, I'm thinking, call position for December. I'll keep you guys posted on that though. So looking at the weekly, we broke through key 380 here, and then our weekly support channel is at 375. So it'll be interesting to see what we do here at that support line, if we break below it or we actually bounce off 375 tomorrow. Futures was when I wrote my Reddit TA, was holding this 3800 right here, but we actually broke through the blue channel, and now we are trading below it. So that means this blue channel is null and void, so we are actually in the black channel. So if you go back to SPY, we should be watching for a lower support bounce actually. This actually, having that happen, opens up quite a bit of a more bearish undertone. So key support is going to be right here at 3762, followed by 3670. Looking at the futures, it actually broke through this weekly channel too, so that's a pretty big deal. That's actually something interesting to keep in mind. So the next support really is down here at 3675, which is also the weekly 200 EMA. I want to go back to SPY real quick here. So on the weekly 200 EMA, you can see back in June, our low, that's where we bounced. If we break and we close below the weekly 200 at the end of this week, I would be I would be liquidating any account that I have. I would assume that we are about to see a major sell-off. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. I'm not sure. The 200 EMA right here, this is going to be a big deal, which for us tomorrow, or this end of this week, so Friday, is 367 to keep an eye on. My support I have, though, is 365.7. So looking at Apple, Apple's in this beautiful diamond pattern I mentioned last night. We didn't quite test resistance right here at 160 I would have liked. We didn't quite bearish and go off, but we did reject this is the 20 on the blue, the yellow is the 50, and then the green is the 100, and we closed below the 200 and the 8 EMA, and closed back below 154.5. So tomorrow we should test support at 152.4, and then we're going to test this support at 151.7. If we break through this support right here, I would be a fan of some Apple puts. I would anticipate that we're going to sell off, end up somewhere down here in the 130s to 140s. Looking at Apple Weekly, we were right. We need to go down here and test this 149.2, 149.3 support. End of week key is going to be 145.6 to keep an eye on though. So I'm going to throw in Tesla by popular demand here. I just did a quick overview of it. I'm still learning Tesla, so I'm not going to make any trades on it just yet. But the biggest thing I see is that we have 312 right here that's been rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in the last basically 2 months. We broke this blue support line right here. So breaking this blue support line and closing back below the daily 8 EMA, I'm suspecting at least a test of 292, if not lower of 270. I would be a fan of some, probably, because I don't really know Tesla that well, I would say some 30 DTE puts, maybe 14 DTE puts if you expect a bigger sell-off, kind of like here. But I would be a fan of some Tesla puts. I'm going to watch it tomorrow at open, actually, and I might actually get into a position on Tesla. Tesla Weekly, you can see this key 301 area right here, how much resistance we have met here. We did have a small pop last week and close at 303. However, most of the time you can see was spent below 301. So this week putting this gravestone doji right here, which is similar to right here, and similar to happen right here and right here, and right here really, and right here really, we should see a downside. So the weekly gives support this week at 278, and for next week we should be looking for a test at 272. So I'm a fan of puts on Tesla to the 270s is where I think we'll end up. Now we got the VIX. Man, the VIX is just interesting lately. I can't really quite understand it. So we have this huge downward channel. We broke through the black line right here, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. So the interesting thing is now we're heading to the highs. So this is basically making lower highs since May 2nd. If tomorrow the VIX breaks through 31.1, then we are making a new high, and we are breaking the downward channel that the VIX has been in since May. That's a big deal. That to me would signal the markets are heading for the next phase down. If we break over 31.1 tomorrow, I would assume that we are going to be heading to the 34s, maybe the 40s. I would not play the VIX because the VIX is not behaving very rationally lately. I would wait until we get to the 40s and maybe short it. Or obviously you can just play like Apple, SPY, or Tesla puts, but that's just where I'm at. Looking at Bitcoin here, so this is a big deal. Okay, this is what I was looking for. I hadn't looked at this. I was out for with the family later. 18.7K, that is a major support that has not been closed below since 2020 during the COVID crash area. This close is extremely bearish for the markets, for crypto, for everything. I would tread lightly in any calls or being long in any shares right now. Next key support is going to be 17.6. If they lose that, I see a path by end of year, even by October, to be down in the 13s or 14s on Bitcoin. This close on Bitcoin is extremely bearish. All right, I hope you guys had a good day, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for tuning into this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button to stay updated. I am providing my Discord link right here. That's a lifetime link. If it doesn't work, go ahead and send me a message and I will get you a new link. I do have a pre-market update I do every day where I update with supports and resistances and different scenarios that might play out through the day. I also do a live commentary throughout the day with updates and changes, and I do push out buy and sell alerts on SPY and other tickers that I'm trading at the time. Currently, membership is $20 per month or $228 per year. You can follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok under SPY Optionaire, or Reddit under Daddy Dirch.